Hey everyone, it's Tom from the Run Company here, and today we're with Tim from Silva Head Torches to talk us through some of the range of the products they sell. So head torches, it's kind of an afterthought for a lot of runners. You only need it 6 months of the year.
I guess, yeah, unless you're doing an event or something. Like
exactly, which requires you to use it through the evening, 24 hours potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to talk through the range, features, benefits, why you might need one of these, any questions you have, we're going to answer them for you. So Tim, talk me through Silva as a brand.
Yeah, sure. This product here is the Silva Trail Runner Free. The Trail Runner Free is our 5th generation of running specific head torches, the Trail Runner series.
But when did the first generation come out?
Oh, we've been doing running head torches, or the Trail Runner series, started in 2010. So we've been doing this for
a while now.
Yeah, exactly. The Trail Runner, the signature look for the Trail Runner series is to have the weight balanced between the front and the back. So the batteries are always on the back of the head, and that makes it sit really nice and stably on the head. All Silva head torches have this silicone band on the inside, which gives it a bit of traction on the head and gives it a bit of rigidity. What we've done differently for the Trail Runner Free, and the reason it's called the Trail Runner Free, is that it's free from cables. On the old models, we had a cable which ran from the battery pack up to the head torch unit at the front. This one, the cable is actually built into the strap of the head torch, so it's actually just built into here, which makes it lighter and more comfortable.
So that distributes it, so when you're running, you don't have that bulky weight on the front, and you're not getting that movement as well.
That's right. When we're in stores, we always encourage customers to try it on, move the head around, see how it feels, just to sort of really experience how it feels on the head.
Brilliant. And then having that battery pack removed from the front element, so that opens up windows to have slightly different options in terms of battery life. So could you talk me through that a little bit?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, so the main reason for doing it is to have to make it more stable on the head. But you're right, we have 3 different battery options. The entry-level product comes with AAA batteries, and that's a £75 product.
Okay.
Then the hybrid model is £100. It has the exact same head unit, but it comes with a rechargeable battery. So that's a lithium-ion battery that you just charge with a USB cable. One really nice feature of the battery pack that we added on for this generation is a red rear light. It's something we were asked about on the previous ones, and it's just something you can turn on just like that.
So, and again, that's something you might need in mandatory race kits, or just like visibility at night when you're running along the roads, etc. etc. Most of the head torches on the market don't include this sort of feature built in. It's an additional purchase that you can clip onto the back of your bag. You guys have incorporated it. In terms of that battery life, with one of the lithium batteries, how long are we getting?
On full power, which is 400 lumens, we're getting 2 hours at -5 degrees and 2.5 hours at 20 degrees.
Okay, so lithium reacts differently at different temperatures. You're going to get a reduction in life in those colder temperatures.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
One feature of the battery pack is that you can remove it from the head altogether. So it sits really nice and stably on the head as it is. But if you're using a race vest or a waist pack and you're doing a particularly long event, what you can actually do is take the battery off the headband altogether. All of the head torches in the Silva Free range come with an extension cable. So then you can just pop the extension cable on, like this. Then that would just go in your waist pack. You can see this is just like a shoelace.
Yeah.
This would go in your waist pack or your race vest, and then what you're wearing on your head would just be that.
Just the front element, then you've got nothing on the back. And in essence, if you're doing an ultra race, you don't even have to take the head torch off to change the batteries. You literally know where the battery is, unclip it, get rid of the one that's run out of battery, and then plug straight back in and keep going.
That's it.
So when you're tired, tripping over, you don't have to worry too much about actually getting the head torch up and running again.
It's a really nice feature of Silva head torches that the battery can be remote. And actually, if you look at the start line of Ultra Tour de Mont Blanc, they're all starting in Chamonix in daylight.
Yeah, 6 p.m. that race starts.
Yeah, right.
And you're running into the night.
It's broad daylight, and you see the leaders that are silver athletes are actually wearing a head torch already.
Yeah, because what's the point in stopping wasting time when you could just start with it and it's so light it's actually not going to affect you too much.
Exactly.
So when we're talking about the lithium batteries, I know a lot of people have questions regarding kind of standard batteries versus lithium and the battery life. Could you explain a little bit more about how that works?
Yeah, sure. With standard batteries, with a AAA, you get a long burn time, but you're losing performance the whole time.
Yeah.
So the Silva Trail Runner is a 400 lumen head torch.
Which is it takes a lot of energy, right, to run something that bright.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're using AAA batteries, you're not getting 400 lumens the whole time, and that would be the same for any battery-powered head torches, whereas lithium-ion batteries give a shorter burn time and a quicker drop-off. So it'll run at 100% and then
it goes, whereas with the AAAs, if you don't, it's such a gradual loss of energy, you don't actually realise the difference until it's too late, and then it's just a dim light on the ground.
And then you put your new batteries in, and suddenly it's 400 lumens again.
Yeah, exactly. And then the beam itself, it's adjustable, correct? So yes, you have a spot and a flood. Could you talk us through that as well?
Yeah, sure. That's a real key feature of Silva head torches, that we have a really nice spread of light that's designed specifically for running. We call it intelligent light. There are two LEDs on the lens. One of them is a spotlight, that's the one on the left, and the other is a floodlight. The floodlight is angled at 5 degrees down. What that means in practice is that when you're running down the trail, the spotlight goes straight down the trail and the flood is just kind of lighting up your feet. And you can see that even in a fairly well lit.
Yeah, so if we quickly shine it here for you.
So if I put my finger over the spot, the flood should just be slightly down below it. And if I put my finger over the flood, then the spot should just be slightly above it.
So that the flood really just gives you that spread of light.
That's right.
For instance, we were having that conversation before about if you're running up, there's a local dirt road called Chalk Pit Lane. If you're running up that, the quality of spread, you'll be able to see across the full path and then even into the trees on the side. Yeah. So you can kind of switch off like you would with a normal run, and you're not trying to follow that tiny beam of light in front of your feet.
Right.
So you can actually enjoy the run still and not stress out about falling, tripping, where you're going.
That's right. With a good head torch, you want to be able to just keep your normal running form. You don't want to change your running style to be able to see the beam of light in front of you. It should be completely natural.
Yeah, I think it was Andy Verne you spoke to, said about how it actually allows him to train effectively through winter. So if you want to train in the morning and the evening, could you tell me a little bit more?
Yeah, the top runners are obviously running twice a day, and to get a morning session and an evening session and get 12 hours between that, then you need to be using a head torch at one of them at one end of the day.
And
so
that might even be applicable for somebody who has a full-time job. I mean, if you look at a triathlete, they're training 2 times a day. That's going to be squeezed in before a job, after a job, wherever they can. You don't want that to affect your training and the quality of it, especially if you're doing a session or something like that. Yeah. You're not going to perform as well as you can if you don't have adequate equipment to allow you to do that.
That's right. This really opens up training possibilities. If you miss your Sunday morning run, then you just go out on a Monday night and smash out your
or Sunday night if you can't get
right, that's
family commitments and stuff like that. Exactly. It's never always going to be that good. So, I mean, why would somebody buy this £75 head torch over, say, I know you have £30 head torches in your range? Because I mean, it's a lot of money to spend on a head torch. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. The key reason, I think, for the key story with the Silva Trail Runner is the comfort. Okay. That actually, if you're going to be spending a lot of time, you mentioned those kind of runners.
It's 5 or 6 days a week through winter 7, some people, so it's a lot of time you're wearing it.
Yeah, marathon training, or if you're doing an ultra race, then the comfort is crucial. So for those kind of runners, it's a really good investment.
Yeah.
Because it's allowing you to train, and of course you get the race day performance.
Yeah, for sure. And then if you do want to use it for ultra endurance bike stuff, it's kind of got that it will cross over into multiple disciplines. It's not just for running, is it? And hiking as well, taking your bins out in winter. I think if you just got it hanging by the door, you can use it still. So it's pretty versatile.
In terms of the versatility, there's a couple of in terms of the battery story. The £100 product is the Trail Runner Hybrid, which comes with a hybrid battery.
And that's what the H represents on the box. If you're ever looking and you're confused, that just means hybrid.
You can use AAAs with that, so you can use that as well if you haven't got your battery charged.
Like I'm always coming home after work in the winter, sitting there for an hour trying to charge my battery because I've only got a rechargeable one. So even if you buy this with a lithium battery, you can still add AAAs if you need to. So if you come home from work, you've lost charge, you can just put some disposable ones in and go out for a run.
And then the £120 model is the Trail Runner Free Ultra, and that comes with a larger battery pack, but it also comes with the regular battery pack. So you can be using this one for your speed work or for kind of, for just regular running, and then you've got the Ultra pack for doing, a really big event, Bob Graham round.
So it would be a separate unit to this. There'll be 2 separate units. One's got a longer battery life, one is kind of that smaller battery, and you can change to kind of disposable batteries in there as well if you
Exactly,
need to. But and then there's obviously with the rechargeable, there's the ethical standpoint of you're not actually binning batteries when you don't need them anymore. It's just a plug in and away you go.
But the head unit is always the same, so it's always the same 400 lumen head torch.
So this element stays exactly the same.
That element stays the same, and it just means you can swap out the batteries for whatever's right for you.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I think if you're willing to invest a little bit more in a head torch and you want a quality light, some of these smaller head torches are going to do it, but it's like we were saying with the spread, with the beam, like actually how much you're going to be able to see when you're out running. Just investing a little bit more, and I know I've done it myself and I've never looked back, just getting a little bit more, you're getting a lot more for your money. The quality is there, you're actually going to enjoy your winter training to see what you're doing. I think it's worth the investment, and I think you could say the same as well.
Products like the Silva Scout are ideal for hiking, for camping, for outdoor activities.
Yeah, where the pace is a little bit slower.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, and for close range work. But for running specific head torch, it's lighter, it's more running specific, it's more comfortable, and you get a running specific beam shape as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Tim.
Cool.
If you're interested, we're going to link down in the description below. Click through. If you have any questions, comment, or just send us an email and we'll happily get back to you. Thanks.